Oh my god. Are we the baddies, guys? Welcome to game number 6 of the Dark Elf run, and I am upset to report we're playing against my favourite team, Wood Elves. Are we the baddies? Because now we're playing not the Wood Elves. But, what have they got? They've got a tree. No added skills on the tree. They've got a random dodge, very nice random for the lineman here. We've got a baby war dancer. We have a war dancer that has chosen tackle. That will be useful against us. We do not have any tackle to hit them back with. And we have a wrestle catcher. I thought that was going to be a random, but it's not. They've chosen wrestle. Personal preference, of course. Everyone's allowed to have different play styles, but I personally really don't like wrestle first on a catcher. I know why some people would see that and like it, because it can work really well on gutter runners, and catchers have got a similar profile to gutter runners. But I think on Wood Elves, unlike with Skaven, you have a whole team of players at strength 3 who can be amazing sackers, because everyone has the 2+ agility. You've obviously got the war dancers, your prime sackers, but even a lineman can really easily be a great sacker. So to me, putting sacking skills onto the catchers is just not the best use of them, because they're strength 2, whereas the rest of your team still has the same agility but has strength 3, so is better for sacking. But again, personal preference. So, not knocking it either. Two cool strips here. No, they are the baddies. You've come to the light side. No, because they have a tree blood on us. They're the goodies. Hey, Dr. Vicky. Must have glitched not playing Orcs against Dwarfs. Or playing against Orcs or Dwarfs. Yeah. Just because your elves are emo as heck doesn't mean they're the baddies. Please ignore the canonical torture and slavery. Yikes. The team name is Fragile Bones in French. We shall see. We shall see if they're fragile. I like the idea of this setup. It's aggressive, the offset. I like to offset as well. I don't tend to do it as wide as this. But this is the second opponent in a row who's forgotten that we have Frenzy. Or has decided just to not care, I guess. But yeah, I would, in their position, definitely be not so keen to get a Frenzy hit against the sideline like that. I might just put one there and try to dodge it off to avoid the perfect defense being annoying if it were to happen. Lining up here and here so we get a quick snap into those squares if we get lucky enough. All elves are in fact evil. Dark elves are the only ones that own it. I think if I was going to do what they did in terms of the formation, I would have swapped the tackle and the other one answer here. So at least if I get stuck here with my witch elf, you're making me dodge on the 2+. Because yeah, 2 assistant coaches actually don't make any difference at all because we had just roll higher. But extra rerolls nice either way. I do really like my opponent's strip. I have to agree with whoever said that. It's a really cool strip. This will go 2 into 1, but the only other option is leaving someone else to get served afterwards, so I don't want to do that. Son of a... Free reroll. Let's use it. That was pretty greedy, to be honest. But I do like getting rid of a player on turn 1, so let's just do it. Let that go. It does mean we get this hit on the tree, unfortunately. The greed is unreal. Listen, you all watch Andy. Don't pretend you've not seen that sort of play before. Don't pretend you've not seen this before. You all know my influences. It was very greedy, especially given all the double skulls I rolled last game. To ignore the failure state there was extremely aggressive. This is the least greedy serve we've seen all week. Exactly. You've seen worse. Tree roots, that's nice. Does get the hit though. Okay, good.
To be well assisted. The other stood there like it's not easy. It's done myself. The team had possession.
Ball. Just bring it up a little bit for now. Okay, I'm going to come through and put some pressure on. Going to remove a player. Just a KO at least. It's a shame though. Okay. For that aggressive pressure. Hey Chris. Will I see you at Warhammer World tomorrow, Chris? The celebrity Chris Frozin. You go to Warhammer World with Chris Frozin and it's like everyone. When you go to Warhammer World with Chris Frozin, it's like going to the Blood Bowl World Cup with Hendy. So like at the Blood Bowl World Cup with Hendy, like Hendy just knows absolutely everyone. So like Hendy, like there's 1,000 coaches in the room and somehow they're all Hendy's best mate. And it's the same thing at Warhammer World for Chris Frozin. Everyone's just like sees him and they're like, oh my god, it's Chris Frozin. Okay. It's actually pretty serious pressure here, so I think we're going to probably have to go to this side. I think we're too far back here, so I think we can't hit this. So there is definitely some risk of this going very wrong if we snake a dodge. Should be greedy and try to get 2 hits on this if we don't get it first time. Definitely get the impression this opponent knows what they're doing. Like, they're doing plays that I think are good to put pressure on me. So yeah, like what they're doing as a fellow Wood Elf coach. I'm still like toying with should I foul this piece. But I think I'd rather save the dirty player for if we get a war dancer on the floor. I have got a 3+ play on this with a leap here, which is not totally ideal. Maybe we should base all these loners actually now that I think about it. Make that a little bit less attractive.
Players arrive to assist their teammate.
Okay, they're not going for that, they're going for the witch. Maybe I should have seen that coming. I just started panicking about the ball a bit there for a second. Might well foul that. I probably would. Yep, 100% fouling. That is very much setting up to foul. Does not get us and does not get sent off. I've just realised there's an elf back here. My opponent presumably has not realised there's an elf back here, otherwise surely they would not have left that elf back there. I can't imagine that's deliberately left. Nice power. Nice KO. Now we have platform icons next to our names. They mean cross players around the corner. Yeah, it's supposed to be soon. I was going to say we need to temper our expectations based on how good they've been at hitting the roadmap in general. But yes, in theory, June. Don't say roadmap, you'll summon Andy. Is it like Candyman? If you stand in front of a mirror and say roadmap 3 times, Andy appears. They haven't left an obvious piece to foul with. I don't think they're going to want to foul with the war dancer. So they'll have to do some dodges with this one. I mean, they are movement 7, so they can do it with dodges. Yeah, they're going to dodge this way. It's a loner. Does not put the reroll in. Good. Okay, so Witch Elf is back in the game. That's a relief. They've got 2 assists here, so if we make this 3 assists here, then we can try the jump up to get out. Or we could try to hit that one. This is actually a bit annoying now because I want to just put the ball safely over here, but actually, like, that could threaten the ball. We'll just go for this one. It's a little bit safer. Except that's still not 2 dice because I can't count. Well, does get a casualty, but does leave the witch elf based. A mixed bag, that one. Can surf that. It's a way of making that less scary. That's good. Yeah, poor opponent. Like, they obviously must have missed it back there. I was wondering when I saw it. Actually, like, it's almost perhaps like that's a downside of their colour scheme, because the colour scheme probably makes that easier to miss. Even though I like their colour scheme. Okay, so now we can leave that ball there without needing to send in a heap of backup, which is nice. No! Boo. Oh well. Two, three, four. We're going to greed reroll it. You can hit it again, but not with tackle. They are going to greed reroll it, and they are going to get it. And they are going to remove it. I think knowing they're going to foul, I can't probably have that. It's a shame. Big KO rolls coming up for sure. So we're on 9, and I think they're on 1 fewer, right? Because we... Oh no, we had 2 serfs, so they're on 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Count in a second. I might need to do this to count clearly. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 elves in a tree, but the tree's rooted. Okay. I'm not scoring this turn. Good. Big stretch. Morning, Torquemada. Yeah, they're on 6, but one of them is rooted tree. So yeah, 5 active. In fact, now 4 active because that's done as well. They've only got 1 reroll for either the sack or the 1 turn. I've got a 3+ to hit the ball here on a 1 dice. Did think about doing that rush there. I guess I should have done. Because this could go very wrong, couldn't it? 3+ leap, 5+ sack. They would have recovery. Makes the leap. Gets the pow. Yikes. Okay, now very scary recovery. for us.
Not what you'd expect.
And that is not the worst for us, just because now they've got to go the long way around, but they can get to it, and if they pick it up, we've not got any sacking skills to put them down with. So yeah, pretty bad. Pretty bad. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, yeah. Oof. I guess I should have made that a little bit harder. You know, not great dice for me, but I gave him the chance, so. Also giving us an extra hit on it. So now we just have to roll a 6. It's the only way we get this back. Good thing we rolled a 6. Blitz yet, have we? So I guess this will be the blitz. Can't actually get the angle I want on this, which is annoying. Definitely need to get it on you because you've got dodge at least, make the sack a little bit harder. Oh my god. Alright. Fine. Snake at the worst possible time. That's frustrating. Would have fouled that as well. Oh well. They aren't setting up to score is the one good thing at the moment. But they are continuing to out-remove us. Well, not out-remove us, that's a lie, but to get some good arm breaks. Yeah, that can't score. So now you need to get this one scoring range. Which is possible. Probably requires the leap, I think. If you fail it, we are stomping on you. That can't get into range, so it literally does have to be that. Yeah, well, don't fail then. Always a good solution. This is looking bad. This is looking bad. Jeez, it's looking horrendous. Can't even tag that without dice.
If I had a goal seen lying on the field during my career, well, I could start my own team. You only need 1,000,000 goals.
No power.
And he's still standing.
There's the pow. Oh my god, this has gone very badly. I think we definitely got a bit unlucky there, to be honest, like with the snake pickup and the you know, they did have to roll, even though I left it on mom I should have done. They had to roll a 3+5+, which they did without a reroll. And then they managed to get the recovery, still not using their reroll, which meant they had the reroll last turn. And then we snaked our pickup, so we definitely had some rough dice, but I could have covered it better, I could have kept the ball safer, so still on me in the end. pretty frustrating that they're just going to make all of these dice. Okay, no, got the pick up, got the catch. So at least it's 0-0. Oh, none of our KOs came back. Okay, yeah, we lose. We lose. The one hope we had there was that because we had 2 casualties, whereas they just had KOs on us, that we might get a numbers advantage. But I think now we lose. Which is okay. Would be our first loss on this team. Just frustrating. Feels like we could have had a little bit more luck along the way here than we've had. But sometimes you do and sometimes you don't. I've really not had many bad experiences with chat and Fumble. I miss having chat in Blood Bowl 3. I'd happily have chat back. I think it's better if you have the option to mute it, but I think not having chat. I had so many more good chats in-game chat than I have bad ones. Oh, that would have been such a good spot for a blitz. Man, it feels rough that none of those came back. 3 chances to get a coin toss to have a numbers advantage. Getting none of them. I think what's frustrating here is it just feels like there's no win condition from here. Like, I hate being that feeling in the second half where it's like there's just not any way. Like, at least you want to have some way, and like maybe if we had a numbers advantage or if we had the witch elf or something, we might think, okay, well, there's a way we can try to fight back into this, but we haven't got any players that are designed for sacking a war dancer, and like we should be up numbers, right? Like we had higher armor, we had those better removals because we got the casualties, and then just failing those 4+ has really like killed the game a bit. But I mean, we'll keep trying, but I just kind of can't see how it's going to happen unless we just start getting very lucky and removing players in the second half. Well, on cue, there's a start. Get some SPP out of that, at least. Nothing else. Okay. Get our team back in the game. I agree there's more good than bad, or at least equal numbers. The impact of a bad one is much greater for me, though. I prefer to relax from work, having a bad social. I understand that, Torquemada. I do, actually. I do really get that as well. Bad social interaction can be really draining. Are they going to go for the greedy tree bows? They are. Get that mighty bow in action. No! Okay, doesn't remove at least. Does put us down fair for next turn. Shepherd's motoring along. Shepherd's rapidly closing in on a... Well, they could already get a second normal skill. Maybe go for the catch in this turn. Try to put it down and probably foul it. was good. Okay, I need to foul. If you're up for that, I'm 100% fouling it, so yeah. So I wouldn't if I was you. Thank you for the follow. Grave mistake. Welcome to the stream. Okay, removals have definitely started to make this feel like we're a bit more in this game again. 2 removals on 2 blocks to start this half, and one of them being positional as well. Definitely nice. Still need to keep it up, but yeah, opponent is down to 6 players on the pitch, which when you have to carry the ball as well, makes it a bit hard. And we're only on 8, so not like we're in great health, but still. There is always that thing, like I said in the last game, right? If you're the one carrying the ball, you've got an extra player like automatically sort of busy, which makes it a bit harder. What are we going for here? A 1 dice, or are we going to base up here and just let me hit the ball? I don't know why we brought this extra player in. Oh, double rushes. You've got to dodge this now, right? And cover the back of that. Yeah. Okay, so you're just giving me the extra hit. You could put there. Bring you into here. Another KO, wow. See one there. Could try some aggressive dodging with you at the end of the turn. Can't put the reroll onto it. Because most likely they score, and then we're going to want that reroll. Opponent is now down to 5 players on the pitch. So it's been a violent half so far. I think what grates me the most is it's just so easy to just not type. Yeah, face to face me hard to hide the result, but on chat just type well played and throw something. Yeah. Oh, that was a 1. Okay. Successful dodge. Okay, I think because they had to put that reroll in, they decided to just score. I think they were going to blitz, and then they thought, no, now we spent the reroll. Okay, so we still no real win condition here, but perhaps that's given us a chance to try to draw it. We did get 1 KO back, but not one we wanted. We have made 1 out of 6 KO rolls, which feels pretty bad, but we do now have 9 players, and our opponent has 7. I wish I would. No, unfortunately, we had some. I mean, yeah, we lost the ball. It was definitely like my mistake. Like I definitely let the ball be more hittable than it should have been. We had some unlucky dice because we did have a chance to re-recover it and roll a snake, but it was still my mistakes. Hey, grave mistake from New Zealand. Welcome, welcome. So yeah, the only bad thing here is that all the players that are out for them is all of their loners, whereas for us the ones that are out are a block lineman and our witch elf. Quite nice players to have around. I mean, it's not the only bad thing. The other bad thing is that we're losing. But in terms of trying to get back for drawing this game, which obviously is what we would like to do now. Yeah, we're dark elves. I know, I said at the beginning, are we the baddies? Because I'm normally the wood elves. Not this time. Touchback would have been nice, but not to be. Good, it's another one out. It's just Shepherd. Like, Shepherd's doing this all himself. Shepherd's doing, like, one-man army at this game. Up to 13 SPP now. Do we try to play for the win here? I think with the kick it's still hard. We've got so many removals. We should at least give ourselves the option of trying to score next turn. It's really hard because the deep kick, we haven't got a thrower. Wood elves are not the real baddies. Don't listen to whatever propaganda you've been given against wood elves. It's all lies. That's a nice thought, pushing us onto the tree like that. Dwarfs are the real baddies, obviously. And hey, Cornite, how are you doing? Are you at NAFC, Cornite? Okay, so one rush we want to hand off here. Don't really want to score on Shepherd because Shepherd has literally taken all the SVP, but I also think we probably can't hold the ball on this player this turn, so we may have to go for that option. Nice pow. So they have a 4+ for a 1. Nice we tackle. Wouldn't have great recovery on it. Double skulls. This makes it much more interesting for should we score next turn if they reroll this. So if we reroll this, we're putting them onto offense with no rerolls. Yeah, I think they had to eat that one, but I will probably now foul it. First. I think we have to try this foul, even though it might stop us from... Because this will, like, if we can get this foul and not get sent off, then we might have a better chance of playing for the win. Oh, well, all this could happen. What do we do here? If we play for the win, we score now. We are on between 9 and 11 players. They are going to have 2 turns to score and go for the win. If we play for the draw, we're just going to camp up here. The win's hard because we have to turn over and score on 2 turns of defence against Wood Elves. They were sensible and kept the reroll. On the other hand, draws are boring, so sod it. I wish I had one more turn. I think most likely we lose from this position, but our KOs have been ridiculous. We made 1 out of 8 KO rolls. That is not a good number, 1 out of 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we've been quite lucky in our removals, to be fair, to put the other side of that. But just KO rolls specifically, 1 out of 8 is bad. Weekend of child rearing instead. Oh, I only have 1. He's not very young, so the weekend's going to be spent mountain biking and bouldering. Oh, amazing. That sounds fun. Oh, that's wicked cool night. Have a good weekend. Do you know, Cletus, I nearly appoed the KO on the Witch Elf and I thought it was too greedy. And now I wish I had, because it hasn't come back at all. Good kick, given the way they've set up. Because they've set up to come this way. And they haven't got a thrower either. So, we shall see. There's at least some risk for them here. There's at least some risk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, this looks like we're gonna... Just not sure whether they're gonna put the ball at safe. But you could move 1 scoring threat in without too much effort. Just to push there. Because they've only got 1 turn after the score as well, right? So if they want a scoring threat, they have to put it in, which they haven't done yet. Thanks for the follow, L370. Dodger's here to help screen the ball. Obviously, if they could snake the pickup like we snaked our pickup in the first half, that would be great too. Okay, so they have put the scoring threat in, which does mean that it's going to be hard to make this ball very safe. But does mean they have a scoring threat, so it means they could win. Okay, yeah, just make it backwards. Makes lots of sense. That's a good pal. And we on break. Too bad I can't. So they definitely can score from here, right? Like they've got a player who can lead to the end zone, but they've certainly got some not super comfortable dice to roll there, I think. The reason for doing this, right, is so we double box this, so it's got a player on either side of it, but we also wanted to put this in front so they couldn't do any clever chain pushing to free that up. I mean, this can just 3+ dodge out because it's a one answer, so there's always just that. But the problem is if you dodge out before receiving the pass, then you've got further to throw the ball and there isn't a thrower on the pitch. Is part of my thinking. Okay, just going to hand off here. Successful. So then I think you dodge the end zone, run this here and throw a tough pass, I think is your best option. Pass is going to be at least a 5+. Oh, we're going for the... Okay, we're going to try to throw it here. So 4+ pass into a 4+ catch. I mean, if you just make all the dice, then then it's easy. If you just make all the dice, then then there's no problems at all. The reason I didn't like doing it the way I did it there is if you fail the handoff there, I have actually a really easy score back. So that's why I thought it was better to go for the pass down here, because if it fails, it's more likely to be hard for me. But yeah, you know, if you roll all the dice and they all work, then you're not going to have a problem. Movement 7-1 turn with 10 players. Definitely not easy. But we'll give it a go. Get elfed, yeah. Happens. It happens. We could have played for a draw, right? Like we could have made an easier choice to play for a draw. We decided to... Oh, I've messed this up already. I've put that in the wrong square. That needs to be there. Oh, I haven't finished. I thought I hit M10. I hadn't. Okay. Yeah, it's the first push. I think this works. I'm not 100% sure this works, but I guess we'll find out. Oh, I need someone to get the ball. I think oh, you're there. That's why. Don't know how that happened. Okay. Definitely hasn't hurt. Okay. Second hit. Here, I think. Hit. Fill that square. Da, 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 da. got the angle for this next hit though. Yes, just. If I can do the loner movements. Wait, hang on, I don't need to do that. I can just hit from here. Yeah. Still need one. One loner dodge. Or we could do it not on loner. Because we're hitting here. Yeah, might as well do it not on the loner, hey? Okay, so we're in range.
How are they going to counter? They're constantly riding around.
242. Or we could hand it to you and then... No, this is just better. This is just better. Mm-mm. Nice. Well, they can elf BS, we can elf BS. So...
That seems must have the magic sponge this time.
They could have avoided that, I think, by spreading their line out. I think if they'd put the two outside players on the line wide instead of in the middle, that would have been much harder for me. If you bunch the line up like that, you allow easier chain push options. So, yeah, it's, I mean, you know, we still had to roll some very good dice, right? Like that wasn't easy at all. But, yeah, they gave us the chance and we took the chance, which is always a nice feeling to be able to like do it. We can now afford our... Ooh, do we afford our final blitzer or do we afford our second witch? It's a question. We definitely want both eventually. I would normally go... because normally you'd start with the 3 blitzers and 1 witch elf. And I would normally buy the 4th blitzer next. So I think I still buy the blitzer. Although we have got a lot of block on the team now. So maybe the dodge is more helpful. Extra frenzy, but also an extra fragile piece of effect. No, I think let's be standard, I guess. Go with the blitzer first. Who's next on the list? Murmur, I don't think is on the team yet. Okay, so we've got Collie is... I think we want to give Collie Juggernaut, so she's 1 SVP away from what we want. We could give a secondary skill to Shepherd. I am planning to eventually do some random strength skills, I think, on these 2 blitzers and then cycle them if they don't hit good ones so we can start trying to get some cheaper value. But it's pretty tempting to get a Mighty Blow player here because Shepherd just got so much SVP in that last game. It's pretty tempting to try to get Mighty Blow here. No, I think Holly wants Juggernaut for the Frenzy Juggernaut pushes. How about an Assassin with an Assassin as a treat? Maybe later. The other obvious choice is guard. Like blitzers with block and dodge, great pieces to have guard. But let's lean into the violence and let's have a Mighty Blow piece. I'm not certain we can afford this in the long run, paying full price for secondary skills, but we'll work that out later. We've had some savings here at least. So yeah, that was game number 6 of the Dark Elf run. If you're enjoying the content, and who would not enjoy that 110, frankly? If you didn't enjoy that 110, then I think you're in the wrong stream, because this is an elf stream. Then hit that like and subscribe.